Right, the giraffe is walking through the Sahara Desert. It's absolutely stinking hot, as you can imagine. It's like maybe 45, 50 degrees. Anyway, he's just walking along, and he's just, oh my goodness, I am parched, as you would be. Anyway, so through the desert, across a couple of sand dunes, he thinks he sees a bar. He's like, oh, well, geez, I might go check this out. Anyway, he goes, walks through, he's like, I hope this is a mirage. Anyway, walks and walks and walks and walks. He finally gets to the bar. Thank God it's there, right? Anyway, he ducks his neck under the door, gets in, it's nice and cool. Anyway, he walks in and he looks around. He's looking for some service, obviously. So he's looking around, can't see a bartender anywhere. So he's like, well, it's nice and cool, I might just take a little bit of a breather. Lies down, right in front of the bar. Anyway, barman comes from all the way out the back, hasn't had a customer all day. He goes, what the hell's going on around here? There's some kind of commotion out the front. Sounds like an animal in the bar. So he goes up, he has a look, and he can see a leg sticking out the side of the bar. He goes, oi, who's that lying there? Giraffe pokes his big long neck up. The barman goes, oi, who's that lying there? Giraffe goes, I'm not a lion, I'm a giraffe.
A lot of build up for that one. A lot of build up.
Alright, Duke, we're presenting Fiona with her chili. You get to choose which one you'd like to eat. Just make sure you take a decent bite.
Are you doing it at the same time?
No. I don't even know if I'm doing it. Alright, let's see Fiona.
How much did you have? The whole thing?
I ended up having the whole thing. Is it hot?
Well, good luck, because there's at least 3/4 of it left.
I'm gonna have the whole thing?
Yeah.
Try.
It's good for your immune system.
How hot is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's like an 8.5.
Big power from Fiona. Alex is the biggest bitch in the family.
Step up.
I think it's fair.
Ooh!
How you doing?
It's spicy, isn't it?
Fiona, let's just agree Alex is the biggest bitch in the family. Do you agree?
Alex, you gotta eat. Just eat the rest of it.
Fine, I'll have the rest of it.
Just this one, you having it? Yeah, you just eat it and finish that one. Ain't no thing to a G.
Out of 10. Out of 10.
1. Have another bite. I ain't having no more. Step up, your turn. Way more than you.
I had more.
Fiona's crying.
I'm crying. I need some milk. I'm getting milk. Hold on.
Crying? You crying? What are you crying for, bro?
I ain't crying for nothing.
Look at your eyes watering up.
Yeah, it's because I got the dirt in them. Bloody coronavirus and wipe my... Oh. Yeah, don't use your fingers to wipe your eyes. You just held Chillis.
Oh, you're crying ass.
Alright, your turn. Go on.
Come on, just stop crying. Just stop crying for a minute.
Nothing. Ain't nothing to a G. Ain't nothing.
What is Andos up to right now before bed?
Should I be wearing a shirt right now or not?
That's up to you.
Before bed, I'm doing my legal skills assignment due tomorrow.
Okay, when did you start?
But it's been in my mind. I've been pondering it for a minute, but started on this day.
So you started the day before it's due, and how much notice were you given?
A whole lot.
A whole lot of notice.
Like weeks and weeks.
Weeks and weeks. This is a message out there. Even CHP boys slip. Even kings drop their crowns. Let's see if you can.
The crown ain't dropped yet.
I'm gonna check up on you tomorrow when it's due. See how well you did.
I'll probably be asleep because it's gonna take me a hot minute.
Andos, what did you just receive?
Let me put a shirt on. Man's got paid. Paid.
Why'd you get paid?
Head of the class. He just wanted a scholarship, not a swallowship this time, Carnage, but...
Not a swallow ship.
That's a Kanye line, but it didn't come off as cool as I wanted it to be.
So you just got money.
Just got my money. Someone to bring me my money.
What are you doing now?
My assignment's still. Still gotta do that. Gotta keep up my academics.
Okay, Facts.
But I kind of think that like, and this is where I'm kind of conflicted in some sense, right? Because I kind of think it all should be like decriminalized, partly because of the Portugal stuff, but also like, I don't think I should get in trouble for like having a few grams of marijuana in my pocket, where I'm going to go home and have a fun night watching Lord of the Rings with my buddies, right? And at the same time, I think if you want to be working on like a corporate deal and you want to do cocaine, like I actually don't care that much about that, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. But in terms of like what to actually do, like it might be better just to focus on like how marijuana is not going to hurt anyone, kind of, and do it like piece by piece. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I mean, we have to. All right, so cannabis is one thing, and I support, basically full legalization of that, with the exception it shouldn't be sold to children. But I also support the decriminalisation of all drugs. So that doesn't mean that I support, a free trade in all of those drugs. But what I don't like is people getting criminal sanctions for possession of drugs. I don't think it helps the person taking drugs. I don't think it helps them. I don't think it helps society. It certainly doesn't help taxpayers. I just think it's a total waste. I'd rather any sort of drug use be dealt with in the, people looked after by their families, their community, and the health system, rather than the criminal justice system. I just don't think that it makes any sense whatsoever. I think there's also opportunities for legalization in certain circumstances of other drugs. So we already have opiate replacement programs, so such as methadone for people who are addicted to heroin. I've spoken to a lot of health professionals who are keen on the idea of prescribing hydromorphone, which is basically an opiate, prescribing that to heroin addicts as a maintenance thing, so that it takes away their connections to organised crime networks that they need to supply themselves. It takes away a lot of the financial problems that they have in obtaining money. So a lot of heroin addicts resort to petty crime to fund their addiction, and it takes away that as well. And it also takes away the unknowns about what they're actually buying, because it's a pharmaceutical thing. They've done this in other countries. This is not a revolutionary thing. Australia was actually very close to running a trial of this in Canberra back in 2000. Lots of people don't know this. And the research that was done for that has actually been used, I think, in Switzerland and some other places. I think in the UK they did a trial as well. And I'm very open-minded about that. I think it might have some positive benefits. There's also lots of research. I've spoken to people doing research into using other drugs such as psychedelics for psychotherapy use. So there's some work in using psilocybin, which is basically the drug in magic mushrooms, for people in end-of-life psychotherapy. It's quite fascinating research. They're doing trials on that in Victoria, actually. So I think there's opportunities as well to, this is the other thing that Prohibition has done, is it's sort of destroyed a lot of the research that could have happened into some of these drugs, because a lot of them do have potential medical benefits. I mean, cannabis is a really obvious one. They use it for epilepsy and pain relief and all sorts of things now. But there's other drugs as well that we haven't really fully explored their pharmaceutical potential, I don't think. And, it's good to see that some of that research is actually happening.
Bang. Pop that baby out. I'm making fitness calls.
That's how you know you're the flyest MF in the room. You pull up one of them flips.